Chris Faulkner, CEO of Breitling Energy, is with us today to discuss the effects of fracking and the environmental concerns. His new documentary and book dispel many of the myths associated with this hotly debated issue.
Chris explains how his documentary shows how the fracking revolution has helped failing economies rise.
Over the course of my career, I've met a lot of people that have been impacted in a great way because of oil and gas, folks in North Dakota and Texas, whose lives have been changed really in a meaningful way because either they're connected to the oil and gas industry directly or indirectly because their communities have benefited from lower unemployment and economic impact and growth. And so I wanted to capture those stories and tell those stories, but no one's telling the story of really what this means for our country, and that was our goal with Breaking Free. And look, it addresses all sorts of things. It addresses myths, it addresses the concerns around fracking. We have people that are talking about some of the issues that they perceive around fracking. So it's not just a pro-oil and gas movie, it really is telling the full story of what's happening in America because of this energy revolution.
The jobs that come from Breitling Energy aren't just short-term positions. Chris explains how positions in the oil fields become careers for some.
They're long-term jobs, and more importantly, we're adding new jobs. So this is not a flash in the pan where someone's going to come have a job for 6 months and then they're out of work. These are long-term jobs, and the support of these communities are being built up.
While there are challenges with oil drilling in California, Chris points out that drilling here has advantages too.
You guys produce 500,000 barrels of oil a day. You have a long history, and folks have forgotten about this, of energy in general. And California in 1982 was importing 5% of its oil from foreign sources. Today that number is 50% of foreign sources, while the United States is reducing its dependence. You guys are increasing yours. California as a state needs additional income and it needs additional jobs. The Monterey Shell is an example of an asset that could be built out. California has led the argument and the conversation about the environment for the last 20 years, but I think now it's become so micro-focused that it could waste its resources. It will be more dependent on foreign oil sources. You're bringing oil in from Saudi and a number of different places, while every other state in this country has reduced its dependence.
Chris's knowledge in the oil industry helped him author the new release called The Fracking Truth. Chris explains why he wanted to write this book.
I wanted to write a book in first person about what fracking has done for our country from boots on the ground. Not an academic looking in, but someone who's involved right in the middle of the situation. And it's a book that gives a perspective about what it means for America. It addresses the challenges, the myths, the perceptions, and it talks globally about what fracking is doing for our country on the global stage. We have perception challenges that the industry is dealing with, and I recognize that. I'm trying to do my part to get out there and at least educate people. Whether you want to change your mind and you still hate fracking or you like fracking, that isn't up to me. But I do want to be able to tell folks that, look, you're not making an informed decision, you're making a decision off of what environmentalists have told you. So my book, hopefully, will be a platform for folks to read and then make an informed decision. It's a book that is written in first person from my own experiences, and I think that's been unique, and I hope everyone enjoys reading it.
You can find out more about Breitling Energy by visiting BreitlingEnergy.com, and you can order or download your copy of The Fracking Truth, The Shale Rock Revolution on Amazon.com or by visiting thefrackingtruthbook.com.
Bringing you the best of California, I'm Gabrielle D'Addario for California Life.